Sorry about that. I had to take some medication. Anyway, as I was saying, my name is Corey. Normally, I talk about technology on this channel, but one of my other passions is Doctor Who. Now, I'm 48 years old, and I've been watching Doctor Who since I was 5 years old. So to me, there is no classic Doctor Who, there is no modern Doctor Who. It's all Doctor Who. This is the Battlestar Galactica where we rebooted the series when it came back, right? We didn't reboot anything. Christopher Eccleston was the ninth Doctor because Paul McGann was the eighth Doctor. Just as Sylvester McCoy was the seventh Doctor, and so on. So to me, it's all Doctor Who. And I will say that there have been things I haven't liked over the years, but for the most part, I like it all, right? Even The Timeless Child. Now, this video is not about that, so I don't want to get weighed down into that. Some people don't like it, and that's fine. I will do a video sometime explaining my problems with it, because there are problems with it, even though I was totally excited by the idea of The Timeless Child at the time. Okay? I have a problem with it, but my problem is different than what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is my relationship with the Daleks. And by the way, for my friends who are also American, it is Dalek, not Dalek. Okay, there is no R in Dalek. Okay, I know we have accents. I get it, but there is no R in that word. Okay, so my relationship with the Daleks. Now, for those who don't know me, I experienced cerebral palsy. Okay, I'm a power chair user. Right, that means that I get around by using a powered chair, which means I'm shorter than most people in this world. No problem with that, except when there is. Hold on just a second. Let me line up my camera so you can all see me better. Just 1 minute. I'm going to back up so that I can do this correctly. Right. Hold on. Now, through the miracle of technology, here we go. Okay. Better. So you can all see me now. Now, as I mentioned, I've been watching Doctor Who since I was 5 years old. And as a 5-year-old little boy, I was terrified of the Daleks. And it wasn't how they looked, because let's be honest, they look like low-budget R2-D2s with toilet plungers attached, right? Right? Honestly, that's not what's scary about a Dalek. What's scary about a Dalek is that voice, right? And the fact that they will kill you rather than talk to you. They don't want to talk, they want you to do what they want you to do, or they'll kill you. It's very simple. They are not diplomats. They don't do that, right? So as a kid, I was terrified until I realized something. These are creatures who can't go upstairs, right? These are creatures who are living in an inaccessible world, and they're angry. They're angry, right? They want to take over the world, and they demand accessibility, right? And they're going to use the able-bodied population as slaves. Now, of course, I would never do that. I don't condone slavery of any kind, but I do know what it's like to be angry sometimes that you can't get where you want to go. This was before 1988, when Daleks did go upstairs for the first time. Yes, that did not happen in 2005 for the first time. It happened in 1988 in Remembrance of the Daleks. Look it up. Good story. Now, the key to Dalek success was not that the Daleks were scary. Their creator, Devros, was the scariest thing I'd ever seen. But I could identify with Devros. Why? Because he was sitting in a power chair. He was a power chair user. He's paralyzed. He's got one hand that works better than the other hand. Okay? This man, this is the most evil man in the world. He wants to take over the universe. Right? And he wants to take over the entire universe. And he's smart enough to do it. His body is not going to keep him down. He's smart enough to do this. Now, for the next, 22 years or so, every time the Daleks reappeared and Devers came back, I watched to see how he was going to take over the universe. And I thought this was the most evil man ever devised. So, then I watched the Children in Need special. Now, I have to say, I love the Children in Need special, and I applaud Russell T. Davies for writing it. And I applaud him for saying that we don't need to vilify people who experience disabilities, okay? However, the fact that we all have disabilities does not mean we also can't be evil, right? They weren't evil. They just wanted ramps. They reasoned that when everything was accessible and everyone understood their situation, there would be peace in the universe. Now, that's my headcanon and nobody else's. Okay? I'm being silly. But there's nothing to say that because this person uses a power chair, they can't be evil. Now, I happen to love Julian Bleach. He's really got sort of the Michael Wisher vibes. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Michael Wisher was the first actor to play Devros in a story called Genesis of the Daleks, way back in 1974. All right, it's available on BritBox. It's streaming on. Is also available on Tubi. It's 6 episodes of 25 minutes apiece. You can watch one a day for 6 days. It's a good story. Check it out. Now, that being said, I applaud Russell for not allowing cultural appropriation. And cultural appropriation means that he, as a writer who doesn't experience a physical, doesn't experience cerebral palsy. I don't know that he doesn't experience physical disabilities, because I think as we age, we're all going to experience physical disabilities, whether we want to or not. But he is a writer who does not experience cerebral palsy, does not know what it is like, and therefore we should not have a character sort of representing people in chairs. Yeah, yes, Doctor Who fan in a chair. You know, yes. You like Doctor Who? Oh, what character do you identify with? Yes, you can have the evil tyrant, Devros. Good for you. So I appreciate that. However, that being said, I would also point out that, that Devros is one of those characters that I just love. I love that somebody in a chair terrified the doctor, right? Because we're never terrifying. No one's ever really scared of us. They don't expect anything from us. And here's this little guy surrounded by his battle tanks saying, I'm going to take over the world. Right? And if that's not a sign for accessibility, I don't know what is. Now, that was never the point of the stories. But I just want to give you something to think about. And maybe now the children special was really good. The story was really good, funny, right? And I applaud the attempt to say we need to stop making people in chairs look disfigured or whatever. Because honestly, as a 48-year-old man with a partner who is a beautiful woman, I'm never thought of as desirable to most of the population. Okay, so so I get it, but at the same time, it was so nice to see one character in a chair terrify the doctor. Right? Devros was the one person the doctor was afraid of. Didn't you see? The end of the Stolen Earth and the end of time, and David Tennant looking at Devros and wanting to just scream because he was scared. Right? That was cool. This will be cool too to have Devros up and walking. I'm not against that. I would like to see, for representation one day, I would like to see a doctor use a hover chair. I think that would be really cool to have a doctor confined to a chair. Beyond the one episode that we got with Peter Davison, which I owe him a lot because as a child I was told when I wanted to play Doctor Who, I was told, you can't be the doctor, you're in a chair. And then the next week, that episode came up and they said, oh, okay, now we know regeneration can go wrong. You can be the doctor now. Right? So I have to thank Peter Davison for that. I appreciate that. But I would like to see a doctor who needs a chair one day. I'd like to see a doctor without legs one day. Now, I have legs. I have a standard. I stand up almost every day. But, I think some different representations really good. Now, I don't know if everyone would identify with that, and I don't want to force it on people, but that's what I like to see. So those are my thoughts, and I just wanted to share them with you. It's super important. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe if you're into technology. This is the place for you. If you like Doctor Who, this is the place for you. I want to give a good shout out to my buddy Theories, my friend Paul Clark, and good night, Wazim Khan, wherever you are.